And we're back here with Politicking, and we got a special episode, special guest. Let me give him a little intro. You may know him as your 45th, 47th, and probably 48th president of the United States. Put your hands together for Donald J. Trump, everybody. Woo!
You know, it's great to be here today. It's great to be here. Lamar, it's great to be here with you guys. We got a lot to talk about and a lot of changes I got to tell you about. It's going to be fantastic.
You've been busy, buddy.
I've been very busy.
First of all, how are you doing right now?
I am doing fantastic. You know, I just flew in and I'm very tired. Okay, but we got a lot of work to do. We're the Department of Education. We're getting rid of that. It's useless entity. Okay.
So what does that mean? Because, you know, a lot of people scared. They think you're getting rid of education, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we kind of really need to. We do. But tell me, what's going on?
We need education. We do. Okay. But the federal Department of Education is useless. Okay. A lot of money's been spent, and we got to get rid of useless spending. A lot of money laundering as well. So
you guys are doing what is it, Doji? This reviewing everything, right? They reviewing every fucking thing. So tell me why you guys aren't cutting anything regarding Israel.
Israel's is such a sensitive
because they're good
subject.
with numbers over there.
They're very. You know, Doge is going through all of the departments. Okay, and there's a lot of money.
Is there a Department of Israel?
There is not a Department of Israel. We're looking into that. Okay, we're looking into a lot of things. A lot of money is going into Israel.
We're gonna grill you today, sir.
See, what I like about the Department of Education, get rid of it, right? And you know who's in charge of it now?
Who?
The WWE.
What?
Linda McMahon.
Are you for real?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
You know what the hell you're doing. Definitely. What the hell?
Nothing says efficiency like slamming through some cardboard tables.
You know what I mean? Now I understand why this was so popular in fucking school back in the day.
X, education, that's math, X.
Yeah, X the fucking
Triple
education
H.
out. You know
Triple
what I mean?
H.
What is it? Fucking
I love Triple H. He's a very smart guy. You know, a lot of people don't know he's very good at what he does. He's been a big supporter of mine for many years.
Hey, go. What about Stone Cold? What is
Steve Austin? John 3:16.
Steve Autism.
Steve Autism.
No,
Steve is another friend of mine. You know, I've known him a long time. Okay, back in the days of when I had the pageants. Okay, you know, I got to know that guy very well. He's fantastic. You know, another patriot like him. We need more people like him.
So one thing I want to say about Doji, right?
Is that how you say it? Doge or Dodge?
It's pronounced Doge.
Is Doge?
So just like the Doge coin, why did you guys come up with that? Because you wanted to, because you know Elon was super big on the Doge coin. You know what I mean? So he said, I have to create a department based on that crypto acronym. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Did you ever put that together? Like, come on now, man.
I didn't think about it right now.
Yeah, did you guys do that on purpose? You know what I mean? Thinking that you was going to spike that coin to go up. You know what I mean? Because remember, he was a big supporter of that coin.
Right.
You know?
So did you get bamboozled, basically, by Elon?
You know, Elon is a smart guy, okay? I trust a lot of what he does. And quite frankly, you know, there's association, I'm sure. But, you know, Elon he's being hit hard a lot right now because of his Tesla, which is great. But he is very good at efficiency. Okay, efficiency is number one. He saw a lot of the waste.
Is that because he's autistic? He can see numbers like Rain Man?
Autistic people, okay, let me tell you, they're very smart. Okay,
smart.
Their social skills are not great. But neither are mine sometimes, I'm told. So.
But
are you on the spectrum? Is that what you're saying? Is that breaking news right now? Is Trump saying he's on the spectrum?
I'm not on the spectrum. But I'm just saying I know a lot of autistic people. Okay, Rain Man. Okay, when you think about it, Rain Man was very smart too. Did you see all the counts when they dropped the toothpicks?
They say that was at your casino. Like when Rain Man was winning all of that money, that was at a Trump casino.
Yeah.
Like,
that was at my casino. I was there when they were filming it.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, they said it was a true story though. Like he really took that much money from you.
It's like Elon's origin story.
Now, do you think that there is a high possibility that you're going to die in your presidency? Mysteriously, maybe, I don't know. and Elon will be the second African American president.
You know, I don't plan on dying. I don't.
You look really healthy right now, actually.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you. You know, I've been shot at. Okay, we all know that twice.
Yeah.
You know,
And then you start throwing the Black Power fist after that. Like you took that from us. That's cool. I appreciate you.
we really like that fist.
That
you
fist, I
it's,
know. Yeah. I seen
know,
a white
black
fist
people-
instead of a black fist now on some Black history merch. It was crazy. You know what I mean?
No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
in February, like it was wild, bro, to
they-
see Trump's fist instead of the Black Power fist. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
that's wild.
As long as you know, we got to be careful with our black community. They love me. I got to tell you guys that
I've
much
heard.
they love Donald Trump. But as far as dying, you know, I don't plan on dying. I don't. But if I am assassinated, if I have another attempt, if I am taken out, I guarantee the forces behind that will take that person out. There's no way they'll survive. Whoever takes me out.
Not to change the subject, but what is your daily routine for exercise, eating? Like, can you break it down for us? Like, how does Trump stay as healthy as you are as a 78-year-old? I think you are
78. You know, there's a lot. I don't sleep much. Okay, I get about 4 hours of sleep. I do a lot. Okay, anybody who works as hard as I do, there's a lot of successful people that work just as hard as I do. But in the morning, I like to start off with some protein. You know, some eggs. We're trying to get the eggs, the prices down. We're gonna do that. I like eggs. I like you know, throughout the day, I like to have a Diet Coke. I gotta have that, at least a couple. But eggs, it's a protein, it's a bacon. You know, I go for a walk around the White House. You know, we have a lot going on.
Is Melania keeping you young too?
Melania
Yeah.
keeps it very young. You know, she's very pretty.
Yeah,
She's
I've
very
seen.
beautiful.
I've seen a lot of her.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of her too. You know, to be frank, she's very attractive. You should see her with just a negligee on. I'm just going to tell you, she looks great.
I bet.
Yeah,
I
she
bet. You
looks
got any
great.
pictures in your phone?
I might have some pictures. You know, I'm not going to show them to you right now, but I will show them
Sorry,
to you.
we got Google. We can look it up.
You know, just
He's,
like one of the
he's
boys
with you,
talk
okay.
moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know,
It's just us. You
show
know
us
what I
your
mean?
wife. You know,
It's just us. You know, locker room talk is a lot of fun. Like, I love doing it.
Yeah.
I got
show
in a
us
lot
your
of trouble.
accomplishments. You know what I
Now,
mean?
I got in a lot of trouble in 2015, going into 2016. You know, with Billy Bush. You know, that was misunderstood. But it's
I think that was
guys.
entrapment.
It's
They were
guys.
trying to get you. It sounded like AI. They were testing it out on you. You know what I
AI.
mean?
You know, let me tell you about AI. AI is great, but it's not. It's the future, but it's not reliable.
Do you know what AI stands
not.
for, right?
It stands for artificial intelligence. Okay,
Oh, right on.
So we know that.
You got some human
You
intelligence.
know what's funny about AI is that people think that AI knows everything. All that shit does is get all of the information out of Google and gives you what they fucking see.
It's an
It
encyclopedia
is not,
instantly.
an instant, and it is not telling, oh, this thing knows more than everybody. Oh my God. No, it knows only what is out there.
Right.
You know,
It is-
Elon has said. He said AI is dangerous. You know,
It is.
It very well. You know, we got to be very careful how we use it, and you know the possibilities. You've seen the movies with Will Smith. You know, those are very real possibilities. I, Robot is because the movie. You know, I loved it. I love Will Smith. He's a great actor, but we could be facing that. We got to be very careful with AI.
You do. Dude, I freaking asked AI yesterday. I said, is Brigitte Macron a man? It said the speculation is out there that she is a man, but there's a court case right now that was won that said that she is not a man. But it didn't.
Well,
I said, where's the proof? Do you have proof?
He's met her.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him. Do you think that you met Brigitte Macron? Do you think that is a man?
You know, I got to tell you, she's not that attractive.
Okay, I
You
understand
know,
that.
and I got to say, she probably is.
She is. Does
Probably
she have an
is.
Adam's apple? Did you
I saw-
see
you have to
anything?
tell-
Did
you
she
have to
wear?
look.
Because you look at women that wear a lot of turtlenecks, things like that, that can cover up
Right.
certain things. Did you see any of that? when
Did
you
she
met her?
shake your hand?
Yeah.
Could you tell?
Was
She
it a
does. She's
firm
got very
shake?
strong hands. Quite frankly, a little stronger than mine, to be honest.
Are they dainty?
They're not dainty. They're very strong. I did see the Adam's apple, so it caused me concern. I keep my distance. Okay, I don't kiss anybody. I don't.
Yeah, you didn't do
very
the
many people.
the little
okay,
two French
backstage.
kiss type
We
shit.
could tell. You know, like a lot of people, we could tell.
And then you're known for having like smaller hands, so her hand like just
Overpowered
powered.
your shit.
I gotta say, I didn't like it. Okay, I didn't like the handshake. It was okay.
Did she pull you in first, or did you get her first?
I always pull people in first. You know this. That's how I do it.
Right.
So,
Did you think that because she knows you got small hands, she shook it a little bit stronger to show that she's more dominant than you?
you know, a lot of people try to do this with me. I don't let them. Okay. Kim Jong-un, same thing. Kim, you know, he knows that I got a very powerful handshake. And quite frankly, I took him over, and we don't see that. But yeah, with this,
You need to start doing fist bumps to people. Like, take that shit overseas. Fist bump people.
Especially fist bumping, because that's a good way to get poison, is have somebody shake your hand.
Exactly.
And they put some shit in you.
With
I'm
the
just trying to
little
protect our
poison
country
tack
here.
type shit, you know? Like,
you know, you see the movie The Interview with Seth Rogen. Okay, they use that's a very real thing. We
I
gotta be
agree.
very
Yeah,
careful
that's
with
what I'm
that. And honestly, fist bump is probably going to be on my list to get executive orders.
Can we make it a law?
We can make.
Can we do that for us?
Can you
whatever I want?
Can you open up the crack files?
The crack
Not
files.
the crack vials, but the crack files. Like really, like dive into that shit. We need to figure out who the fuck made crack, because I don't think like black people made crack. We didn't just like, hey, you know what? Let me mix this shit together, and then we got crack. Who made crack? Who was the first person to give them that recipe?
I think black people are smart enough to make crack.
No.
To invent crack, yes.
Invent crack? No.
Invent crack. Black people are smart enough to invent crack.
You know
Let me
what? We
tell you,
invent
let me
other
tell you.
shit like microphones. We don't fucking invent like fucking
You
crack,
can invent
bro.
crack. Trump.
No.
Let me tell you. I have a theory. I have a theory. Okay, Jorge. You know, Jorge, you come from the streets. You ought to know this. But and we have Lamar here, who's obviously black, and he knows a lot too. But the CIA, okay, the CIA created a lot of this.
You think they created the crack?
We're not going to hear about that.
But could have been a black guy working for the CIA that invented crack.
So you think
It
that
could've
motherfucker? Well, maybe, because if he was like a George Washington Carver, like that motherfucker knew a lot with peanuts.
Yeah.
So this dude probably was just up in there with cocaine.
You're welcome.
Like just mixing shit. Fucking
welcome.
freebase. He's like, yeah, that shit's still expensive though. We need to cut the costs.
Yeah. Maximize your profit.
Maximize that shit.
Trump knows about that, right?
I know. I love
Open that shit up. Open the files up, man. We need to see what's popping
We're
with
going to
that.
work on that, but we
MK Ultra too. We need to
MK
see
Ultra.
about
Let me tell
MK
you about
Ultra.
MK Ultra. You know, I can't say a whole lot, but I can tell you that George W. Bush Sr. was involved in that, in the CIA, the MK Ultra.
He was,
He's no
because
longer with us, but we got to be very careful because there's a lot of influence that he had. And honestly, the CIA is not my favorite.
well, the
department.
Bushes were
Right.
funding the Germans with oil. Did you know that? Did you know that? And that was the biggest thing that Israel knew that shit.
Yes, I did. You know,
know
there's
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of things too that we probably shouldn't get into, but I will
we
say
can walk
that
down
this,
walk down that street now.
Yeah, but we don't want him to get taken out in the middle of the podcast. We need to film an episode first before.
That's what we doing. We trying to incite shit.
we're very safe here. But you got to
Are
be
you
careful.
down for another January 6th? Like, would you run a repeat on that shit if you had to?
You know, January 6th is a sensitive subject. I gotta say, a lot of people, a lot of bad people involved. If we have to do it again, we will. But
It was Antifa,
Yeah.
right?
Antifa is a very bad organization.
Queen Latifah, not
Queen
Antifa.
Latifah, she's a good rapper. I like
Queen
her a lot.
Antifa?
Queen Latifah's good. Antifa, you know, Joe Biden was involved in that too.
Was he?
Joe Biden.
Very much so.
Wow.
Very much so. When you went on his website, okay, back when he was running, okay, it was directed exact to Antifa. So we know that there's some.
What about Project 25 then?
Project 25 is being event. We're still working on that. Okay.
I thought that was where y'all was going to beautify all the projects across America, but I found out that's not the case.
Project 25 has been put on hold for a while. We've got so much to do.
So it's Project 27, I think now.
We're going to call it Project 27, probably 26.
Project next term.
But there's once we get
Project
through this,
2020, what is, when are you out of office?
No, he ain't going nowhere.
29?
He's running again.
That's what I'm saying. So
He just announced last week he's running again.
I am ready to get. I'm excited to announce. You know, let me tell you.
He's fixing everything,
Can you
Lamar. He ain't
imagine?
going nowhere.
Look, hey, right before office, he going to implement 2020 or Project 2029.
2028.
2028.
There's a lot of work we have to do. Project 2025 is.
It's going to take him 4 years to fix what Biden fucked up. Then
take a lot
the
of time.
next 4 years after that, he's going to do everything he needs to do to fix, right? Trump? Is that what's going to happen?
Who you think winning March Madness, Trump?
March Madness. Let me tell you, I love the Kansas City Shockers, as they call it. Shockers.
Oh, you mean Wichita?
Wichita, yes, I get it mixed up.
Oh, he's digging Shockers like 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Is that what you're talking
2
about?
in the pink one. You know, I used to say that in junior high, but I've quit. It was a fun
when you was in
phrase.
junior high, did you ever do that shit with the fuck trunk?
With
You know
the-
what I'm
with-
doing with the put.
with the
You do
the
this
legs
and
that
then
look
you
like
spread
this.
it, and then
Of
you
course,
spread-
I
Did
think
you
I
do that
invented
shit?
that. I think I invented that.
I feel like you
think I
did. Yeah. So why didn't you do it on camera with me? You trying to be political correct?
Okay, like this.
Fucking Trump. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
I
Open
love
it up, Trump.
Open up.
What you see there? You
We
see that?
we
Yeah.
see a very. I can't say. Okay, I got to be careful what I say, but it's
Trump?
not great. Okay, but we know that we're guys. We
Trump,
love that
you
kind
a
of
boy.
stuff.
It's just
boy.
us, man. You know.
It's just us.
So
I see
can
a
you
vagina.
tell us who's the most famous person that you had a fun evening with? You know.
I can't say too much. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Stormy Daniels. You know, Stormy was a.
Stormy.
She was quite a lady. That
The movie star.
she was a movie star. She did adult films.
I've seen a few.
Okay, you've seen
Pretty
them.
good. Yeah, she's a good actress.
She's not that great, okay? She wasn't, quite frankly, she wasn't all that great in bed. I've had better. I can't talk about who I've had, but she wasn't that great. And, you know, people give me a hard time. I've been indicted, okay? I always tell people I've never had handcuffs put on me, but by Stormy Daniels I have. They were terrible.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy handcuffs. They were not
handcuffs
great.
put on you, sir.
They were not great. She was just,
We watched it on
as
TV.
they say, she was mid, as they say.
That's actually one thing all 3 of us have in common. We've all had handcuffs on.
Yeah, that's true. Are you a felon?
No, I'm not a felon. People think I am, but I'm not.
Same. Same. Me too.
Well, is that like by your own terms you're not, or you're just not a fucking felon?
You know, I've only been indicted. I've never been charged. I haven't done any jail
You never
time.
been
Okay,
convicted.
so if you want to call me a felon, you could call it, because felons, you know, quite frankly,
Never.
are some of the best people I know.
Is
You
that on the application to be a president? Like, do you have to announce whether or not you're a felon and then tell people
right.
why?
Do they run a background check
Yeah.
on you?
They run a background check. You know, I did very well in that too.
You
Did
passed?
You passed.
I passed it
100%.
with flying colors.
Did you study for it?
I didn't have to study. I really didn't. I already knew what I was doing. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's wild, man. That's wild.
So I know
what
they,
do you?
Oh, my bad. I know they just released the JFK files, like
Yeah, I just was
100,000
watching about
pages
that.
or something crazy.
It's a lot of pages. We're just over 100,000 pages. It's more like 75,000. It's just less. But let me tell you about JFK. People have already formed their opinions. Okay. The CIA was very much behind it, and I can tell you this much: Lee Harvey Oswald was not the shooter. He was not. He was
really?
just he was planted. He was planted.
Do you know who did it?
We don't have. We have some names. We're still looking to release them, but
Now, William Cooper, who was Arizona resident at one time, he said that the person in the front seat turned and shot JFK.
The driver, right?
yeah, the driver. What do
I
you
believe
say
the
about
driver-
that?
Yes, I believe
'Cause
the
you
driver
see
did it.
His
You know,
head goes back. Didn't he get shot from the supposedly?
Yeah,
From
supposedly.
this part? So how
Allegedly.
did his head go back? You know what I mean?
Well, there's the one video where the driver turns around and looks like he has a gun in his hand, and he turns
Yeah.
around and just shoots him.
Yeah,
You've
they
seen that
said it
video? I'm
was
sure
like-
you've
I've seen
seen
the
it.
video. Yes, I believe that's very accurate.
they
It wasn't taken from the. It wasn't shot from this side of, from
They
the
said-
upper building.
The
as
grassy
they say,
knoll.
The grassy knoll. They create the CIA. They create these stories, these narratives that the people believe. Okay,
They said that he was shot from the front seat, and it was obvious by the fact that Jackie O was climbing out of the fucking back seat toward the back of the car to get away from the driver.
I believe she knew what's going on. I believe she did. Okay,
And then they pressed her hard.
they pressed her hard. Okay, it was a very, very
She got
sad
kids to protect.
situation. JFK was a great president. He was a fantastic president. He wanted to go to gold standard notes. He wanted the dollar to be backed up by gold, and they didn't like
Do
that.
you think it's a possibility that they said, Jackie O, if you don't lay down now, we'll kill your kids? And then she was like, okay. And then she shut her ass up. And then she was going to say something. And then that's when they killed JFK, the fucking second. They killed him, you know what I mean, in a plane crash. Did she die before that? She didn't die before that, did she?
Jackie?
Yeah.
She died as an old lady. They killed his
that's
son.
what I'm saying. But so he died first, right? The son died
JFK Jr.
first.
died
So
in
she was
about-
gonna release a tell-all.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they was like, "Oh, you thought we was playing with you, lady? We said we will kill your kid." And then she killed the kid. And then he was like, "Hey, we'll keep going. We'll go from there." RFK, he will never make a statement about food in the future.
Right.
RFK Jr., you will never make a statement about food. You know what I mean?
I have my suspicions about JFK Jr. and the plane, okay? I'm just going to say it. I think Hillary had a lot to do with that. You know,
Hillary who?
Hillary Clinton. You know, she's terrible. She should be in jail. If I had my way, she'd be in prison right now.
A lot of people die around her. I will say
A
that.
lot of people have died.
Just mysteriously dying.
What do you think about Hillary Clinton being, you know what I mean, a Barry Goldwater girl? You remember that? Barry Goldwater he got high schools out here. But he also was a super big racist. I think some black people won some championships for Barry Goldwater before, right?
Probably.
The high school. Yeah, so, yeah. But what do you think about that? Do
Hillary-
you think that she switched it up, acting like she's not racist, and then all of a sudden-
absolutely.
But they call you a racist.
They call me a racist. They always do. I'm not a racist. I've never said a racist thing. You know,
Well,
a lot
you
of people
did,
think
you
I
know.
am, but
Say 5 black kids should get the death penalty.
you know, if the crime is, you know, it isn't about black or white. It's about the crime, and that's what we're all about.
That's true.
You know,
I agree with that.
but we don't like to see that happen because we love our kids. We love the future of our kids. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, as they say. You know,
There's a lot of different Asians. You don't got to remember all of them. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of different Asians.
Asian covers them.
You know, back in the day, we used to say Oriental, okay? And we can't say Oriental anymore.
Can you
But it's Asian.
change that? Because you changed a lot of names of different things. Can you just change?
I can change it.
Can you just
I
call- can we
Jorge,
just
I can
call-
change it. You know, I can do anything.
Can we just call all Asian people Orientals?
Our Orientals again.
I would love to do that because Oriental is more of a name that says what they're from, okay? You know, we love Oriental food. We love Oriental noodles. There's restaurants that says Oriental. I don't know why it's so bad, but people
Right.
still cry like little
Why do you
babies.
think that Filipinos are able to say that they Pacific Islanders now, and they ain't claiming the little Asian tag? Really?
Well, see, that changed that so they're all Orientals.
Yeah,
It just,
make them.
We don't have time to break them up.
Asian again. Make Filipinos Asian again.
I have a friend,
Shit.
okay? I have a friend.
Just
She's a
because his name
fantastic-
Hernandez don't mean that he's not a freaking Asian. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I have a friend who's Filipino, but she claims she tells everybody she's Hawaiian because she lived on Hawaii, but she's Filipino. Okay, so she says she's Hawaiian. She wasn't born in Hawaii because she spent a lot of time there. She lives there now, but she's truly, you know, Filipino. And let me tell you,
Why are
it's
you
fantastic.
deporting black people back to Mexico? Like,
Yeah,
that's
and
not
then
even
can
where
you
they from, bro.
can you pick up the pace on that?
Black? Can you repeat the question?
Why are you like with immigration? Why are you deporting black people and other races back to fucking Mexico? Like, bro, like you don't got. Why don't you send them back where they come from? Like,
Yeah.
you only got one destination for.
You already got a plane. Can you just
people.
send the black people back to West Africa?
We are actually.
Oh,
we're
okay,
doing
good.
that. We're
Good.
doing that. We're asking the people, quite frankly, where they want to go back. Some people want to be in Mexico.
Ah,
And
So
some
you
people
giving
want-
them an
don't-
option.
They don't want to go back. to
that's
their-
actually pretty good of you, dude.
to their land. They don't want to go back. They love America so much that they just want to stay close. Okay, so we're letting them stay to Mexico. Mexico's a great place. You know, it's some parts.
Is
not
your
so great,
landscaper
but-
white?
I'm sorry.
Your landscaper white?
My landscaper.
What color is the
I have
landscapers
many
at the White House?
landscapers. My head landscaper. His name is. I can't remember his name. His name is Jorge. I believe, like you. Jorge.
Oh, so he's an American?
I've had him for many years. He's very good at what he does. I've got a lot of white people too, but frankly, you know, white people don't want to do the job. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. So at the
don't
end of the
understand it.
day, why are you deporting people? Because you got people that do certain jobs for everything. You know what I mean? And then you deport people, and then you're going to have a deficit. You ain't going to have no, can you imagine the shrubbery around the fucking White House? If you
It
deport
would
everybody?
not look as good as it does. Let me tell you, we've got to follow the rule of law, okay? We are working on a program to streamline immigration, to make it not so hard, because it's quite
Yeah, that was
It's
my
quite-
next question.
it's
Can you
quite
make
hard
it
to do.
a little easier?
We have the technology, okay, Lamar, to make. We could do this anywhere. We could vet them, okay. We could tell if they've had a criminal past or not. If they've had a criminal past, we're not going to let them in.
Are you going to send criminals, American criminals, to Venezuela, as they said that they will take our criminals as well?
We're trying to get rid of all the Venezuelans, as they say. They're all over the place. They're even in Colorado. Okay, that's a tough one to fight because there's so many of them. We don't want to see.
Yeah. You don't want to see high altitude Venezuelans shooting guns.
Altitude.
You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
it's not a good situation.
It's not good. It's not great.
What about Haitians? Is it Haitians that was eating the dogs?
Oh, yeah.
been
Did
seeing
you ever
that?
figure
Have
that
you-
out?
Have
Who
you
was-
been seeing other countries?
It wasn't the Orients that weren't eating. It was the Haitians,
it was the
right?
Haitians. You know, here's what they were doing. The Haitians were looking. They were eating pets and cats and dogs.
Eating pets.
It was disgusting.
How
And
you
let
know
me
it
tell
wasn't
you,
like
stray?
Exactly.
Like maybe they were helping out the street, like Bob Barker. You know what I mean? Like
That's the way society works.
maybe the Haitians were watching Price is Right, and they're like, Bob Barker is right, and we need to start cleaning up the stray dog and cat
Exactly.
population.
Isn't that how life works? You know what I mean?
Yeah, circle of life.
Circle of life type.
they were
shit.
eating both. They were eating people's pets. People were missing. They were losing their dogs, okay, and cats. And there were some strays that they were eating. If you want to eat a stray dog, you know that's your problem, okay. I don't like it, but it was a problem in Springfield, and we've kicked care of the problem, guys. It's no longer happening.
It's not a problem no more.
It's kind of if you see something, it's an isolated incident. We don't like.
Can
that,
you
but,
imagine them putting up signs and shit looking for their pet, and the person that ate it walked past them like, oh shit.
In some countries, they still do. They still eat dogs. In other countries, it's disgusting. You know, it's one thing it's part of their culture. It's like if we eat cows, which we do, we love cows. You know, I know how I say Jorge loves cows.
But you
Lamar,
don't
we
eat
all
it
love
in
we eat
India. Is it India that's
And that's why they're not
cows?
great. That's why they're not great, Lamar. 'Cause they don't eat cows, right? Burger team, right? Team Burger over here, right, sir?
Love burgers. I love them. Love
Yeah.
good
Is
juicy burger, let me tell
McDonald's 100% beef real?
The
Like,
beef
is it-
tallow.
you. Real beef.
Yeah, it's real
Beef tallow. You know, RFK is loving the beef tallow.
They got beef tallow where?
Well, they fry everything in beef tallow, not
Now?
not the vegetable and seed oils that give you cancer.
Now? Or
Yeah,
has it always been that
No,
way?
now they're
It
doing
used
it,
to be very
So
popular.
fucking-
It used to be very
I'm gonna
popular.
go get me some french fries after
Yes.
this shit.
and it tastes better too.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Tastes a lot better. It's healthier for you. It's not 100% healthy, but it's a lot healthier.
it doesn't cause cancer like
the seed oils are terrible. They cause cancer.
vegetable oils.
So the milkshake, you remember the milkshake? They was using regular ice cream, and then the dude was like, "Nah, that's too much." And then he came up with this liquidy shit that ain't really like, you know what I mean? Have you investigated that to see if it's real ice cream? You know what I mean? Like we need, you know, that is it artificial flavors?
I don't know much about that, to
We
be
need you
honest.
to
I don't
start.
know.
You
But
have RFK do his damn job.
RFK is a very busy guy. He's still working with Big Pharma. That's a challenge he's taking on, you know.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
yeah,
it's a
that's
lot.
what he gonna say.
There's so
He's-
much money involved. And
He's too busy to, you know what I mean, do other shit.
Well, you know, Trump's here. He's actually on a golf trip here in Arizona because golf is one of your favorite things to do.
I love golf, and I'm actually one of the best golfers around, you know.
What's your favorite place in Arizona to go golfing?
I love the Legacy Golf Course, okay? Fire Rock in Fountain Hills, Arizona.
Not Desert Mirage in Glendale.
Desert Mirage is I haven't been to Desert Mirage, but
You should go. You should check it out.
It's like $25 right now to go play.
that's a good
I
price.
got you.
I appreciate that, Jorge. You know, Jorge, I understand you're very good at golf too, and I say we have a challenge, okay? See what happens.
I'm down.
Okay. Lamar, you could play too.
Oh, yeah, I
You're
can.
invited. You're invited. We're gonna have a good time. We'll get the best golf cart the world has ever seen. It's full of drinks. We have soda pop, beer. If you want a little bit of beer, not too much. Okay. I've never drank beer. I've never drank any alcohol or drugs my entire life.
That's
We're just
fucking
gonna
too
drink
bad.
Diet Coke.
Maybe we won't do
I
the
love Coke.
Mirage one then.
I love it.
So, you know, you're here in Arizona, and obviously one of your biggest supporters is from Arizona, Carrie Lake. Are you still going to hire her, or what's going on with her job? Like, I keep hearing that she's going to get hired? Or you're eliminating the position. Is she going to have a position in your cabinet? She's going to be eye candy. What's going on with that?
I love Carrie Lake. I love her a lot. She's a very great patriot. Arizona has some problems with their governor right now. Governor Katie Hobbs is not doing very good. I didn't like her. Okay. Carrie Lake and I have talked many times, and would love to be governor. So we've got to handle what's going on with Katie Hobbs. She's being investigated. DOJ is investigating her. So we're going to find out what happens. There could be the chance that Carrie Lake takes over.
What was the other lady's name that punked him when he was in office the last time? She went up to him and went.
No, that was Obama.
That was, huh?
That was Jan Brewer and Obama.
It was?
Yeah, but she put her finger in his face.
That was Jan Brewer. That was at the Mesa Gateway Airport. Obama landed in Mesa, at the Mesa Phoenix Gateway Airport, which is a fine airport. It's a lot smaller, but she did give him she waved her finger at him. I loved it.
You and Obama seem to be getting along better.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that shit?
We get along just fine. Quite frankly, you've got to keep your enemies close, as they say. He's not really an enemy, but we're going to be working together. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. His wife.
You ever smoke some weed with him?
I've never smoked any weed, but he does. Okay, he loves it.
You think Michelle's a trans?
I will say she's yes, I do. I do.
Damn, that's crazy.
We call her Michael.
You heard it here first.
We call her Michael. And Barry.
The crazy shit is that Trump is going to get canceled for this, and then the person behind this, Trump, is going to get canceled for this. What?
So once you're out of the presidency, what are you going to do for a day job? What are you going to do? What do you plan on doing?
When you're president, your job is never done. Okay, we've got a lot.
You don't have hobbies other than golf?
I love to golf. I love to watch.
Favorite show. What's your favorite show right now?
I got a lot of shows that I like to watch. I like crime shows, but I like comedies too. Have you ever seen the movie Super Troopers?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie. I love it.
You should make Team America the national movie of America.
That's a great. Funny you say that. Team America is very good. I like those guys at South Park. Trey Parker. Matt Stone, they're very creative. They make fun of me sometimes, but I don't care. I like it. It gives me good.
So you like
ratings.
when SNL and Adam Ray and all those guys from
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, he does a pretty good impression of me. Actually.
So do you like Shane Gillis better because he actually likes you compared to Alec Baldwin, who didn't like you but did you?
Alec Baldwin has never liked me. Okay, he does a decent impression of me. I'll tell you, I like his brother Daniel. Daniel's a smart guy. He's a Republican. He's a big Trump supporter. He understands what's going on in the world. So there's two dividing forces in that family. But Daniel, Alec is okay. He's not a bad guy. He just, I've heard really good impressions of me. He's okay. Shane Gillis is very good.
Did your shoes ever fucking sell? Like those gold shoes? Did any black people make any of those purchases? And if so, what area would you say sold the most? You know what I mean? Like
my shoes, I don't know exactly how many shoes we sold. We've sold a lot. We've sold a lot.
I've never seen like no real niggas wearing them.
There are a lot of black people that like my shoes. And again, I got to tell you, black people love me, so they like to.
I've seen black people wear them.
Yeah, they do. They love.
Not real black.
I'm trying to think of the black person.
They said they were pretty fucking comfortable, but then.
I think P. Diddy was.
I thought didn't Kanye wear some?
Kanye did wear some. Yes, he did.
He's the number one black person in America right now.
He's very outspoken. He says a lot of inappropriate.
What do you think about him? You think he's inappropriate?
I sometimes think he is, but he speaks the truth, and sometimes I speak the truth.
He hasn't told one lie, right?
What do you think about his clothing line?
His clothing line. I've got a pair of. I got to actually have a jumpsuit, as you call it, like the track suit that he's got. It's very comfortable. I wear it on the weekends. And,
which one, with the swastika or?
We're not going to talk about the swastika there. He doesn't have it on there. People sometimes think it is, but it's not.
The shoes he's got, were they Hitler ones or something?
Hitler ones,
Made in Germany, all of his shoes.
A lot of made in Germany, yeah.
Well,
we're going to move those to America, we are.
And so you've been talking about Mount Rushmore a lot. Are you gonna really put your face on Mount Rushmore? Who are you gonna take off? Are you just gonna add yours, or are you gonna take somebody off? What's gonna happen with that?
We're thinking like probably a year from now we're gonna do.
Who would you take off?
Who would I take off? I can't really say that right now, but
Abe Lincoln.
not Abe Lincoln. You know, it's gonna be a tough one, but we're not gonna
It'd
take
probably be
anybody
Abe
off.
Lincoln.
Maybe
We're
like
gonna-
He
he
freed the slaves.
Freed too many people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
he
want to
freed
say
a lot
how
of
you gonna
people.
free people in America when we all are just Americans working.
Don't free them. Deport them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my motto.
that was a working class that were actually living or working to live, to eat, and to do all of this stuff.
Exactly.
So get
And
paid.
he messed up a good thing, really, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna put
Toward
my
to the
face in the
south.
front. We're gonna put my face kind of center, a little lower. It's gonna take a.
Why not have your own mountain? Forget Mount Rushmore. Go bigger.
We could. We're actually thinking about that right now. Which mountain it would be? We're thinking the Grand
South
Canyon.
Mountain.
Maybe South Mountain in
South
Arizona.
Mountain.
South Mountain is
Do
a
the
lot of-
whole South Mountain.
Fuck
That would be
that.
fantastic.
The south rim of the Grand Canyon. Just put Trump's logo on there.
I don't know if they'll like me too much. They don't really like me that much over there in South Mountain, to be honest. But I think that they'll grow to love me if I put a mountain. Maybe we could talk about that, Jorge.
Send them to El Salvador, dog. I
El
got you.
Salvador, yes.
Yeah.
Been down there twice. I'll never go back.
You really want to, win some people over. You'll rename Piesca Peak.
Piestewa Peak, yeah.
Piestewa Peak, I know a little bit
Trump-
about that. A little
Trump's
bit, okay.
Peak.
A little bit about Piestewa Peak. And, you know, it used to be called Squaw Peak, and that was fine until about 1999, okay? And then somebody got upset. That happens a lot, you know? That happens all the time. We're gonna work. I could make that change. We could bring it back to Squaw Peak.
No,
you say?
everything got to be Trump, bro.
Trump Peak.
Call
sounds
it
great.
MAGA Peak.
MAGA Peak, MAGA Peak, I should say. We could do that. You know, we're renaming a few things. As you know, the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to be called the Gulf of America. As you know, we're also the San Andreas Fault. We're renaming that to Newsom's Fault because he's terrible. So we're going to rename that to Newsom's Fault very soon.
I like that. California's a mess.
It's got a nice ring to it.
You know he has a dumbass podcast called Politicking too.
Yeah, can you get rid of them?
Yeah, can you get rid of those guys?
Yes, we can. Actually, we could do that.
Yes.
I feel like
It's-
he's being influenced by Marshawn Lynch a little bit too much. Like he wants reparations in California.
Yeah.
California ain't never had no slaves.
Do all that, but just get rid of their podcasts.
I could do whatever I want, guys. Okay.
Yeah, get rid of
Elon
that
was
podcast.
on the show. Do you know that he was on the show with Newsom, and you know, quite frankly, it
on
went
that
very-
on that
he
weird
was
ass
on-
show
Yes, he was on the Newsom show the other day, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
with Marshawn Lynch.
No, it was just Elon,
Yeah.
Elon and Newsom.
What happened with Marshawn? Is he still on that?
I don't know.
podcast?
Did he get
I don't
fired?
follow that dumb shit.
No.
I lose track. I don't.
We had the name first, by the way. So
Yeah,
if they want to get lippy, you could just fucking handle that shit for us, right?
we can handle anything.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the president. You know, a lot of things people underestimate my power, but I got a lot of power. I love it, using it, and we're gonna make.
Well, I know you
people
gotta
safer, richer.
get out of here. So, is there anything before we get out of here that you want to just tell the American people, politicking viewers, just people of Earth?
You're a funny guy. Make us fucking laugh.
People are.
You know, I got to tell you, I am a funny guy.
Yeah.
I am a funny guy. I'm one of the funnier people I know.
I agree.
Let me tell you though, this is not a joke. People think it's a joke when I say this, but we're gonna take hot dogs, make hot dogs great again, and this is why. Okay, listen, hot dogs come in packs of 8, and hot dog buns come in packs of 6, and then it's never been equal. You know, it's always been a problem. You go to the store, you buy one of each. Somebody gets left out. We don't want people
talking
getting
about.
left out at parties.
Yeah.
4th of July. So
Well,
we're
you
going to
gotta
make 8.
buy more hot dog buns. Now you got way more than you need, and then they go stale.
Right. What are you doing with 2 more hot dog buns than hot dogs?
Yeah, when you go about make another hot dog, ain't like you using the hot dog buns that you used the last time you made them. You know what I mean? Like those are gone. So like, yeah. So
Equal.
what is your plan, brother?
It's a real problem.
What's
it's a
your
real
plan?
problem. And let me tell you, we're going to make 8 and 8, which is 16, okay? Nobody will be left out. It's always been a problem. It's been a conspiracy. You know, the hot dog people, okay, and the bud people got together and they said, let's do this so that you can
like
make more
big
money.
farmer
Okay,
shit.
it's all about, whenever there's a
conspiracy
problem,
shit.
ask
Yeah,
about money,
wow.
okay? Money's always the problem. So we're going to make them 8 and 8.
Okay.
Equal rights.
Equal rights for hot dogs. And not only that, Jorge, you'll like this too. We're going to make some hot dogs even bigger, okay? Large ones, we're going to call them the home wrecker. We love it. We love the sound of that.
You know what? Can you do me a favor
Man,
also and go back to just Twix being Twix? Fuck that left right Twix shit. You know what I mean? That's like dumb as hell. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's the left Twix, it's the right Twix. If I turn, you know what I mean, the thing, then it switches. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you don't know what's left or right.
If you turn your
think-
back on it, it's
yeah, you think they want to be defined as that? You know what I mean? Like, they don't ever say, oh, that's the left twin, that's the right twin when you're talking about people. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
they're just twins. You know what I mean? Like, damn,
They're just,
ain't no
they're
left.
just equal pieces of delicious candy.
you
I love
gotta-
them both. Actually, like them both. No one cares about left or right on the, but we
Yeah,
do
need
care
to
about
get
left
rid
or
of
right.
that.
You know,
what I mean? That's with that division. That's where
It's
it started.
division. It's
First, they
division.
started doing that shit. Let's see how the people respond to left and right.
That's how they
Twix.
tricked
and
us.
Then, exactly. And then they started implementing the other shit, more important shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, now, man.
They're
Y'all
trying to
not about
identify
that.
the Twix when they're just Twix already.
They're just fucking Twix.
and now we got men
You know what I
boxing
mean?
women in the Olympics.
Exactly. And now they mad.
Now they mad.
we're gonna change that too.
Yeah,
No
y'all
more-
see that with the Olympics. Y'all did a great job.
No more transgender. If they want to start their own Olympics, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. But men are going to compete against men, and women are going to compete against women. Okay, it's equal. No more of this.
Right.
Too many of these
And then
people.
how about having an open division?
Open
if you
division.
want to have a man versus woman or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because it's always that. It's always that girl that, you know, was in high school that have to make us think about being on the football team. Put
Right.
me on the football team. Put me on. So, you know what I mean? Like, it should be an open thing
If you
where
wanna
if you want to
box
get
a guy-
cracked by a dude,
Right. And not have a domestic violence charge. You could do it in a sanctioned event,
yeah, within the Olympics.
Exactly. You know,
open division.
it won't be a large division, to be honest with you.
It probably wouldn't be.
After the
The
first
numbers are very
ass
small.
whooping, I'm sure
But if they
all
wanna
these
have
rumors
that-
will be done.
After her head is
After
like
the first
this
ass
big
whooping.
in the boxing, you got to go against Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
a young Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Get in there, Sheila.
I love Mike Tyson. He's a very
Oh,
sweet guy.
Sheila. Ouch, Sheila.
Well, it's been a good time talking, catching up. You were in town. We hit you up. You know, I still got your number from when
Yeah,
you
that's
deported
dope.
my cousin. So I was like, you know,
We're gonna get your cousin back. Your
I know.
Prima.
You told me you made a lot of promises, and I know
We're
you're a
gonna get
man
it
of your
back.
word. So
Yes.
you know, I just want the one back. All the other ones can stay, though. I just need the one back.
You just want the one back,
Just
the
the
one you
one back.
like the most.
Yes, yes.
That's how it is. You know, we
That's what's up, Trump.
But,
love it. We love it.
Thank you
Well,
for stopping by
guys.
and making some time for us. I know you got a busy schedule. We had a good time with
You're
you.
a real
Kinda-
ass nigga, I gotta tell you.
That's
You're a
right.
real ass nigga.
I love it. You know, and sometimes, you know, I'm allowed to say that word. I choose not to say that word. You know,
Yeah, don't
because
say
we
it,
don't. It's
say
not
it,
respectful.
Yeah. You try
But
not to
sometimes
say
people say, you know, you could.
You-
Black people like me so much that they say you could say it. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna
Just
say
say it alone when you're singing
you,
a song.
you say it in a term of endearment, not in
Absolutely.
a term of like disrespect.
It's like a buddy. It's like a good
you don't-
friend.
Get out of my neighborhood type of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
like get off my line with an ER thing. You know what I mean? You don't do that, do you? You know what I mean? Or like when you don't want to rent a certain property to black
Exactly.
people. You know what I mean? You don't say, hey,
No.
No,
N-word,
you don't do
ER,
that.
no.
You don't talk like that. Okay, it's just it's in fun. It's like, hey, if I call you my buddy, okay, I could say the N word, but I'm not gonna say it. And I definitely don't say the hard R. That's
you
not
don't
good.
say
Okay,
that. Have you ever said the N word like around somebody like Snoop when he used to like you?
absolutely. Sometimes he gets high a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
on weed and marijuana.
He be trying to pass it to
He
you
likes
like,
to
I
pass
don't
it to me.
smoke
I
my
don't
nigga.
smoke it,
I don't
but,
smoke my nigga. I
But he
told
calls
you
me.
that.
He calls me that. He says you're my Edward.
But
Okay.
you don't never say it back. Like, I'm cool, my nigga.
We've said it
Okay.
twice, and that was in
Twice.
2003.
And he didn't even
okay?
say nothing there, huh?
Yeah, that's-
but
it's-
now if you say it, he going to be having a big
You might
ass
have a
fucking
problem with it, and that's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Times change,
That's
that's how it is.
crazy,
We
man.
just got to
That's
be
wild,
respectful,
man.
here. So
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Secret Service is knocking on the door, getting ready to get out of here. So,
You want to hit my vape?
I'll have to decline that right now. So.
Great.
but we're gonna go golfing tomorrow, right? We'll see you
We're
tomorrow.
gonna go golfing early, 6 a.m. At the course. You're
Let's
gonna be
do
able
this.
to make it, right?
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right, Donald Trump, everybody.